Hello everyone. Most of you should recognize what this is, even though it's got a pretty psychedelic coloring here. This is obviously an old straight Morse code key. I purchased this off eBay recently. It cost me $22 US, and that included shipping to where I live. The beauty of this is it's a second-hand one. I prefer to reuse, repurpose, recycle as much as possible, and so this one came from a seller in Western Ukraine who's obviously still around, and the listing on eBay suggested that this is a former Russian training Morse code key. I've been interested in learning Morse code since I was a boy. The code practice oscillator that I used back then was just one I put together in my, well, we call it Tandy, but in the US it's a Radio Shack Science Fair 200-in-1. And so that was a neat little way to practice sending Morse code. Recently I became interested in learning Morse code again, and so instead of purchasing a brand new set of paddles or a Morse key, which is quite expensive and I didn't know how well I'd go at this, I thought I'd buy this second-hand key off eBay. So it was inexpensive, and it's an opportunity to reuse something that was probably thought no longer useful. Many people have said that when learning Morse code, a good way to learn is using a straight key like this. Nowadays, with very high-speed Morse code, most people use what are called paddles, and paddles are basically two little paddles. You squeeze one to give you a long sound, a da, squeeze the other one to give you a dit. But to learn how to copy code and to send code, many people recommend using straight key. So this was not only the cheapest solution, but possibly the best solution for someone starting out. So this particular key has two adjustments. We have a spring down here in tension, and that's dragging this lever down to keep the contacts apart. That can be adjusted by this little screw here. And the height of the key when it's off is set by this adjustment here. The main contacts are here, so one contact goes directly down into this plastic case, and the other contact goes through the lever structure here and goes down inside the base here. I've screwed this base onto a piece of wood, done a very dodgy paint job on it, and stuck some feet on it to stop a lot of the vibration. And for convenience, I've stuck a 3.5mm mono plug on the end here. For those of you starting out on your Morse code journey, I'd recommend an affordable second-hand option like this off eBay or anywhere else you can get one. There are lots of schematics on the internet for simple code practice oscillators. I plan to make one with a 555 timer chip, and I'll present that in a future video. Well, I suffer for my Morse code, so now it's your turn. I don't actually have a code practice oscillator made yet, so to improvise, I've just got my Morse code key here that I have hooked up to this setup here. So I have the function generator here. This lead goes off to one key contact. This lead comes back and just goes into a small audio amplifier here. So thanks for watching today. If you have any comments, questions or suggestions, please leave them in the comments section below. Thanks for watching and have a terrific day. For those of you interested in some impromptu listening practice, I'll tap out a few more sentences. The transcriptions for these will be in the comments below.